step quietly in with me for a second. We're doing something a little bit different with this explainer. We aren't analyzing some dry historical text or, breaking down a rigid scientific theory. Instead, we're stepping right into the raw, unfiltered, and deeply intimate space of a secret diary. We're looking at 𝔟𝔯𝔢𝔫 collected writings and transmissions. This is essentially an explainer of the inner monologue of an isolated, struggling artist written in the quiet, frankly desperate late hours of the night. So let's just listen, observe, and try to understand the profound weight of this completely solitary experience.
May 18th. Who's here? Are you the shadow in front of me? Just imagine the physical space the artist is writing from right now. It's late. The world outside has gone totally silent. Literally the only thing moving in the room is a shadow, and the isolation is so absolute, so physically heavy, that the artist actually begins to question their own reality. They are speaking out to the empty air. This is our starting point, a very cold, incredibly vulnerable open.
Section 1. Shadows of the Late Hours, the Descent into Isolation.
Okay, we're going to track how a human mind behaves when it's completely severed from human contact. When you're all alone like this, your thoughts don't come in neat little paragraphs, do they? They race. They fragment, like this. What matters? They hit you in these rapid stream of consciousness bursts. The artist writes, when people are dead, when we have those who have passed, offer me something deep inside. It's this rapid-fire questioning of existence itself. Because honestly, nothing makes sense in the void.
And then the bottom just falls out entirely. I'm sad now. Who am I? The pacing of the artist's mind here is practically frantic. The psyche is just crumbling in the absolute silence of the room. Without anyone around to reflect their identity back to them, they lose their sense of self. They're just dissolving into the night.
Notice the sheer, unedited vulnerability here. Look at the typographical quirks, the stutters. I just want you to know me. This isn't polished prose meant for publishing. This is a desperate plea typed out with shaking hands. The raw longing in a simple "you too" highlights a mind that's reaching out into nothingness, basically begging to be known and loved by someone who is very, very far away.
Section 2. Echoes of Deep Longing, the Haunting of Memory.
Now we shift from this general feeling of isolation to a very specific, deeply targeted agony. I haven't touched anyone like that in 7 months. Fuck, 7 years. You can literally hear the intense vulnerability in those words. The timeline is blurring. 7 months feels exactly like 7 years. During these sleepless hours, the memory of human touch becomes like a phantom limb. The artist truly thought they could see this person again, and the realization that they can't, it's a continuous, sharp blow.
The contrast we see here is just devastating. In memory, there is a vibrant, almost rhythmic beat of intimacy. Skin to skin, akin to kin, locked in, one whole becoming. But then, the stark, cold, gray reality of the present just sets right in. This day begins alone. I stay alone in my own home. Their sanctuary has basically become a solitary confinement cell.
So naturally, the question just erupts from them. Where are you? Where art you thou now? It's a literal question, sure, but it's also highly existential. The artist isn't just asking for a geographic location, right? They are asking the universe how such a profound connection could simply vanish, leaving them completely unanchored. It pulls us directly into their desperate need for connection.
Is it all gonna work out? Is it all finna work out? Will I be okay? Let that question linger for a second. The source text explicitly links this to the fear of death. Imagine this solitary creator sitting there, staring into the dark, absolutely haunted by the universal fear of failure. The fear of not making it, of dying alone before the work is actually done, or the love is ever returned. It's a fear that visits pretty much all of us in the quietest hours.
Section 3. Rituals of the Solitary, the Anchor of Routine.
So, how on earth does a human being survive this crushing weight? Well, they ground themselves. And these aren't just your basic corporate to-do lists, these are poetic coping mechanisms. Washing a sink full of dishes at exactly 5 p.m. while the tea brews. The artist literally writes that this relieved me, resolved something for certain. Trotting the sidewalk. Facing the laptop screen as the absolute only companion. These simple, repetitive, physical acts are exactly what keep the internal chaos from completely overflowing.
And look at who, or rather what, keeps them company in this void. A single lit candle weaving through the air, chickens and birds speaking, even a fat cat trotting across East 47th, which is this small, unexpectedly comforting sight in the dark. The yellow air drowned by jovial shadows.
They're personifying the tiny physical details of their immediate world. Why? Because the scale of their emotional pain is infinite and totally unmanageable. By turning a shadow or a cat into a companion, the universe feels just a little bit smaller and a little less terrifying.
But, even nature sometimes refuses to cooperate with us. Went to write your name in the rain, but the rain never came. It's incredibly poignant. The artist wants this external release, right? Like a dramatic movie moment to perfectly match their internal storm. But the reality is just dry. It's stalled. They're stuck in this frustrating reality where even their own thoughts are a complete mystery to them. I don't know what I'm thinking about.
Section 4. The Luminous Doorway. The Ascent to Divinity.
Now here is where a really profound turning point happens. The artist actually stops trying to escape the domestic pain and isolation, and instead, they channel it directly into their craft. Notice this absolutely crucial 96-hour emotional arc. We start on May 18th with the shattered, "I am sad now." By May 19th, it's questioning survival. Is it going to be okay though? But then by May 20th, a profound shift occurs. Life will be good to me, my future is bright. And by May 22nd, they have reached a state of divine creakings. It's this incredible evolution from painful, crushing longing to a triumphant, divine acceptance of their role as a creator.
And how do they define the very act that saves them? Poetry is a luminous doorway into the hidden crevices of feeling and form. It's what goes unsaid in the supermarket. It's living flow. Dancing between the unseen and sacred. You can practically feel the energy and passion returning to them. The artist doesn't see their writing as just words on a page anymore. It is a mystical bridge. It's their secret code to survival.
And music. Music, the most mystical thing in creation.
This right here is the ultimate realization of their purpose. They write, "My goal is to create art so that I become divine within her, so that you can experience the divine through me, with me." The isolation wasn't a punishment at all. It was a crucible. They are taking all of that fragmented pain, all of those late-night dishes and jovial shadows, and they're turning it into a literal offering for the universe and for us, the viewers.
A true artist flows like the Ganges. Notice the accent on the I in artist there. They have completely elevated the title. Creativity is no longer just something they do. It is as vital, relentless, and unstoppable as a running tap. They flow with rhythms and beats, fully owning their truth. Confined indoors with only a laptop screen, but somehow releasing an entire universe of emotion.
And then we arrive at this incredible moment of peace. The valley of death is here, and the sun is white. I'm here now, with God her, and she confirms, I'm a good, good God, a good, good lighthouse. The artist isn't looking for a light at the end of the tunnel anymore. Through their art, through facing the absolute depths of their own isolation, they've actually become their own guiding light. A lighthouse in the dark.
Which leaves us with this final, truly beautiful transmission from the artist's mind. If you imagine other worlds, spirits, apparitions, the dead, now again alive, wouldn't they, in form, be doing high things? It's a breathtaking perspective, isn't it? It really makes you wonder, when we find ourselves in our own deep, solitary moments, what divine potential, what high things are just waiting to be uncovered in the quiet. Thank you so much for exploring this remarkable diary with me. Keep reflecting, and I'll catch you on the next explainer.